Hello, Dolphins. I'm Austin from Class of 2026. I'm truly grateful that I have a chance to speak here about my experience and tips regarding the college application process. I've gotten acceptance from top universities all around the world, like Tsinghua University from China, the University of Toronto in Canada, and UCL from the UK. In addition to that, I was also granted a total of $1.7 million scholarship from the schools that I got accepted to. This achievement might seem impossible to reach, however, but trust me, and also trust yourself more importantly. Let me state upfront that my advice and tips may not be suitable for everyone. First of all, maintaining a good grade for 4 years isn't an easy thing to do. It demands consistent study and revising for whatever subject you chose. For students who took 3 APs in a year, it's even more demanding. However, it is by no means unachievable. Let me share a quick story, quick and short. I got a C on my first history test in 9th grade, but I ended the year with a 4.0 GPA, meaning that for every courses, I got A's in both semesters. This leads to my first tip of never give up after a failed or a bad test score. You've got a whole year to make the grade up. So let's move our attention to standardized tests. IELTS, SAT, CSCA, APs, and etc. First of all, let's start with the question. What AP courses should students take and how many AP courses should students take to get into a competitive school? On social media, you can see that the majority of people would suggest you to take all the available AP courses. However, this is the biggest misconception among the high schooler. Don't just take AP because all your friends took it. Believe it or not, those who took more AP might even have a lower GPA than those who took fewer. Why? Because they might not even find the AP courses they chose as interesting as the normal courses, thus losing the motivation to study. So what's the correct amount of AP you should take? Personally, I took only 8 APs, which is quite mid among my peers, and it actually depends on your self-interest. If you were planning to do architect, university would love to see that you took AP Physics during your high school year. For medicine or medical field, AP Bio, Chemistry, Physics, and Calculus are favored. I've gotten no tips regarding how to score high on the standardized tests like SAT, IELTS, or APs, but there's one thing that I could say. Start preparing them since grade 9 or even earlier. Know that these things exist. I don't even know what SAT is before 10th grade. Try to get a score that you're satisfied with before the senior year, because senior year is going to be a busy year, trust me. For extracurricular activities, focus on one aspect and one interest. Like APs, don't just join clubs or activities that you find totally boring. If you were to do business in college, try to get a role in treasurer or for any club, or even start your own business club or even club related to economic. For medicine and engineering, an internship is highly recommended by me because you have to know something about it before studying them in college. One last tip to mention before I get into the senior year, please do find someone to talk to whenever you're under stress. I did quite well on maintaining my grades and extracurricular activities, but did terrible in my mental health. I was under pressure 24/7 by my peers' achievement and my parents' high expectation. It would be great to have someone to express my feeling to, but I couldn't really find one, or didn't even try to, because I was taught to keep all the feelings and pressure to myself. This is an absurd statement, by the way. Always find someone to talk to. Doesn't matter where or who. Expressing your feeling is critical and essential to reduce cortisol. High cortisol level means high stress, which leads to insomnia, a sleeping disorder. Finally, it's the senior year that we're talking about. I only want to mention one mistake to avoid. Avoid comparing yourself too much to the point that you start doubting your self-value and the things that you've done. During senior year, many students constantly discuss acceptance letters, university rankings, SAT scores, and scholarships. Sometimes I felt pressure when I saw classmates achieving things faster than I do. And however, comparing myself only lead to high anxiety and stress, and also make me lose confidence. Eventually, I understood that everyone has different paths and different goals, and also different standards. So we don't have to follow others. We walk our unique path. To all the parents listening to this, don't put too much pressure on your kids. They're already under school stress. Adding more will only result in depression. Instead of criticizing, please give more compliments. My last note for the future seniors is that believe in your own progress and avoid letting university decisions define your value. Work hard, but also remember that your value as a person is greater than any university acceptance or rejection. It is normal to feel nervous and excitement during the process, but eventually everything will work out in one way or another. Thank you.